Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Good afternoon. Hope everyone's doing fantastic. So we got a little bit of great news, actually, a little bit of not so hot news. Um, I'll just go ahead and throw out the good news in that we have received a record amount of your emails through the live coin Q&A email box. And if you guys aren't aware of, this is a free service that not only myself, but the rest of the panel, which makes up of about 7 or 8 people, all coin people with different levels of expertise, to take a look at your coins. If you have coin questions or you need to know more about what you have, sending it to the email, which you'll see at the end of the video, or you can just go ahead and click and drag the red ball all the way to the end of the video. You'll see the email on there. But we have received a record amount of emails, and that's fantastic. A lot of these coins are going to be highlighted on our Monday evening live streams that are going on the live coin Q&A YouTube channel. So if you haven't done so already, by the way, go ahead and check it out. We also throw up different types of educational videos up on there as well. More of kind of like maybe the grassroots level and then working your way up there. It's a really cool developmental program that we're trying to put together on the Q&A channel. So I'm glad to be a huge part of it. But I said there was less than stellar news, and that is with the large volume of emails comes to a point where we're completely maxed out, but maxed out for a couple reasons that maybe you guys can help us out with. And it all has to do with preparation. I mean, preparation H rules, right, guys? No, not really. Not that type of preparation, but the overall prep work in sending us your email is going to be an absolute lifesaver for us. It's going to ensure that we could get to your emails. We could respond to you guys in a timely manner because that's important. But most importantly, we want to try and drill down all the emails into one singular email. I know a lot of folks like to send multiple emails because you got multiple coins to talk about and you just want to throw it all out there and you want us to take a look at it. The big issue with that is that because we have multiple people on the panel, there's always the chance that multiple panel members will be reaching out to you. And the last thing we need to do is cross-communicate any sort of information that goes to you. So let's say Miss John Smith, or Mr. John Smith, Mr. John Smith had sent over an email about a 1955 Lincoln set. All right. And, he wants to know more about what he has. Is it a variety? What kind of error is it? Is it a rare coin? Things of that nature. And then that same Mr. John Smith, maybe later that evening or the next day, had sent another email. Okay. Not giving us the opportunity to respond to the original email, to send another email about a completely different coin or maybe a collection of coins. And that person, Mr. Smith, had bogged down that particular email with a ton of images, which it can happen. You're really excited. You got a lot of stuff to show us. We could help you out with that. But when you have multiple emails coming in and you're not using the original email in which we're doing a communication with you with, what ends up happening is that, I might respond to your email about that 55 Lincoln cent and had sent it off to you. You had responded, but I'm not going to be the one to see it first. Maybe another panel member is going to respond to you and maybe give you a different answer about something. I don't know what it is. But there's a lot of cross communication. We as panel members want to be able to have a conversation with that individual and that individual only. And then we'll work on a number of emails that way. But when there's too many emails coming from the same person, it's really taxing on the panel member that's trying to respond to you and to provide information. And we're trying to minimize that. In addition, with the extra amount of emails and all of the files are on there, of course we have, so much file space on our email box that we are probably over half, and we have to delete a lot of emails, and we don't want to do that. So it's going to put more extra work on you. It's going to put more extra work on us. It's a lose-lose situation. We want to try and keep everything to one email. So when you send an email, we respond. You get the email. You respond to that. Say, hey, I have these other coins too. Can you check them out? And attach your images. And we'll go about it that way. All right, so that's, one of the things that's kind of been dragging us down a little bit is the extraneous amount of emails, the multiple emails from the same sender. And there are times where we've had to toss out a bunch of that individual's emails because they didn't adhere to the Coin Q&A, rules of sending emails. Okay, which if you went on the live Coin Q&A channel, there is actually a video dedicated to how to send an email to our email box, so that way you could be responded to. But what I also wanted to do, and yeah, that's the big problem that we're encountering right now. But I wanted to also take some time to talk about a few emails, a few sample emails, plus also talk about the content, about what to expect. All right, this is what we should expect from you to have the most maximum amount of effectiveness in getting the information that you're looking for on your coin. So right here, this is an email from a gentleman by the name of Rich. This is an actual email. This is not, this is not like a made up whatever. We are going to address this. I have not responded to Rich, but we're going to do this video response. Plus, I also like talking about this coin. I think this coin is a great talking point. Plus, it'll give you guys a general idea of what we are expecting in terms of the images. They don't have to be incredibly professional, high resolution images, but there are a few kind of prerequisites that are involved when you're submitting images in your email. All right, so we got, hello everyone. I have another coin. I'd like to know if I should take a chance and send it in to be graded. And by the way, this is a very common question. Should I grade? Should I grade this? Should I grade that? Will it grade FB, which is full bands or full torch? Could it get mint state 66 or better? What grading company to send it to? I also have the 70D in the same condition, both from a mint set. Thanks again for your help, Rich. All right, thank you, Rich. Let's go ahead and take a look at your coins. And I'll actually do a full screen on this one. But these are the images that we had received from Rich. Okay, so this is going to be kind of what we're going to expect from our viewers. Take the best pictures that you can. Now keep in mind, with your smartphones, you can blow up your images. Make sure your lens is clean when you're taking photos, because they will be incredibly out of focus. If you don't clean it, just use your shirt, kind of like what I'm doing right now, to clean the lens. And then, most people have a modern type of smartphone, okay? I don't know too many people that use a flip phone anymore, especially taking pictures of their coins. Clean lens, use the, swipe feature to enhance the image, so that way you could get close without sacrificing too much image quality. People don't know that. They want to try and get in as close as they can, but a phone's capabilities is such that it can't focus in close enough, like 20 to 30 times power, and still provide great image resolution. These things don't work out that way. I mean, they're good and they're expensive, but they're not that good. But these are fantastic. These are suitable. The lighting is suitable as well. It's not too dark. It's not too light. Make sure when you're taking pictures of your image, of your coins, that you don't have direct light right on the coin. What I like to do, and you probably see it, see my light flash on the side here. I actually have my desk lamp pointed at the wall, and that light reflecting back onto my surface, my coin, my subject, and you're going to get a muted reflective light onto your image, as opposed to getting a direct hit on your coin. If, say, see, I pointed that light at me. What do you guys know when you do that? All right, it washes things out. You get incredibly crazy white balance issues. And it's really hard to see the details and devices on your coin because coins by nature have kind of like that reflectivity. So we want to be able to minimize the amount of glare and white balance issues on your list, your images. So when we look at the coins here, okay, so what we tell people, and there's actually a full image of the obverse and the reverse as well. So our basic requirements to submit emails with photographic images about your coin is that we ask for a full obverse and reverse image in addition to any other close-ups that you want to provide. For example, an obverse is the full front of the coin. The full front of the coin is going to have the date, so it's that side. We need a full picture. Don't cut it out. Don't do some weird kind of like die cut of or crop type image of your coin. We want to be able to see the entire coin. Because if there's like a rim clip or something funny or anything like that, normally we would need to see the whole coin anyways. But when we go through and look at some of these images, what we're going to do is take a look and see what we can deduce by looking at the images, so that way we can give an educated best guess. And if I don't personally know about something, we do have 7 other panel members in addition to the wide range of different resources that we have on hand. We have guys like Ken Potter, Mike Diamond, Joe Cronin. These are guys that have been in the variety and expert field, and they have been in numismatics for a really long time. If you need us to reach out to guys like Ian Russell, who's the president of Great Collections, you want to know more about how to consign coins to an auction house, we could put you in touch with him as well. We have a breadth of various resources. So if I don't personally know, I'm going to go ahead and reach out to some of my other panel members. We're going to confer on what you have, and maybe that individual will reach out to you and talk to you about what you have. So, there might be a chance that you stump us or you stump me, and we're going to have to, maybe use a few experts and bring them in to help gain some knowledge of what you have. Because I'll be honest, I don't know 100% of everything numismatics, and I don't claim to, all right? Which, I'm pretty easy to make that statement myself. But when we go through and we look at the coins, the coin looks to be in really good shape. And this is some of the things that we look at. We could tell if a coin is brilliant uncirculated or mint state, as kind of a generic term for a coin that looks like it was just struck. This coin, in addition to the 70D that the submitter has, are both from mint sets. So we could tell right away that these coins are going to be in really nice shape. But normally, this is a really tough date, okay? The graders care about the cleanliness of these vertical bands on a Roosevelt dime, in addition to this horizontal set of bands on the top and bottom. The line has to go all the way across from edge to edge on that torch in order for it to have any sort of full band consideration. This one's close. Unfortunately, with the lighting, especially down here on this bottom set of bands, we can't see the edge. See how dark it is on both sides? So in this particular instance, I might reach out to Rich and say, hey, can I get better pictures of the bottom set of bands on the torch? Put a little extra light on there, and let's go from there. But again, I always tell folks, when it comes to grading, and grading specifically, when you're grading anything post 1950 ultra modern, you're really gambling, okay? And then 99.9% of the time, I will tell you, do not grade it, because it's going to be a waste of money. Even if you think the coin is strong enough to be a mint state blah, 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 with full bands and, the whole 9 yards, it's really risky. And this date specifically, what do you get for having a coin that's in mint state 66 with full bands? It's a $20 coin. Therefore, it's not going to be worth grading. You need to look at not only the PCGS price guide, when you're determining grading, but also take into consideration any completed auction sales. Okay, if there's little or no auction sales, and by the way, Roosevelt dimes don't set the world on fire. They're one of the least desirable U.S. coins out in the marketplace today. But utilize we utilize the auction archives. So like Heritage Auctions, great collections. We always look in there to make sure that maybe if one did sell in the 66 full bands, it'll tell us. And that's kind of part of the homework that we're going to give to you, because we are a learning channel. We just don't want to give all the information and do all the legwork on our end. We want to make sure that there is give and take in all of this. But this coin right here, I mean, it looks good. I would say it's more of an album filler than anything else. From this particular image shot right here, you can tell the top set of bands is pretty weak on the side, even with the extra flood of light or reflectivity on this side. This particular date of Roosevelt dime I'm very familiar with, because not only do I look for high grade examples, not necessarily to grade, but I also look for the reverse of, 68 or whatever it is. It's got the two valleys right here on the top of the flame area, and this one does not have it. It's pretty flat. All right, so that's Rich's coin right there. Let's go ahead and take a look at one more email. This particular one right here is from Tom. And this is how our email looks like. The only thing that's covered up is his name, the email addresses, and all that stuff, just to keep the anonymity. Yeah, I think I got that right. I think so. Keep that all intact for this particular video. But he had sent in a email regarding a 2021 P rotated die nickel. I'm telling you what, I am extremely excited to share this one with you today. Hi, Sean. Because a lot of the emails come in from my side of the river, the BlueRidgeSilverhound, and it goes to the live coin Q&A box. That's why I have a lot of emails that say, hi, Sean, what's up, Sean? So I found this coin while roll hunting. I actually found quite a few of them. Some have more rotation and some a little less than this one. As you can see, it was a hot item selling for $88. Well done. Starting bid, $19. Should I slab any of these since they are in BU condition? That's the first question. Should I list them all while the market is hot or leak them slowly? That's another great question and we'd be more than happy to tell you about. And third question, I'm a novice. Am I describing my coin correctly? I could tell you without a shadow of a doubt, you are describing us to a T. It's a fun, fantastic find. And keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, this is on a brand new 2021 Jefferson nickel. The amount of errors coming out of the mint these days have been unprecedented. So this is another great discovery. This is going to be the first one that you've seen of this particular error, and we're going to talk about it in this email. All right, so the three questions are, should I slab this and grade it? They're all in mint state condition from what I gather. Should I list them all while the market is hot? I'm a novice. Am I describing this coin correctly? Okay, so we've addressed the third one. You are describing it correctly. I would probably add that it's got a clockwise rotation because you see the rotation going to the left, which is like, reading a clock, right? So the minute hands and hour hands move in a clockwise position. You do the same for rotated die errors. Should I list them all while the market is hot or leak them slowly? I had mentioned to Rich that if you have a number of them, go ahead and list them and try and sell them all while the market's hot, because it's a 2021 coin. The moment that the calendar flips the page to 2022, things like this begin to cool off, because a lot of folks and new collectors and roll hunters are going to be looking at 2022 coins at this point. But I would say list them as frequently as you can. The only bit of advice that I give you, Tom, is to list one for 5 or 7 days. I would probably do 7 days, Do the same starting bid at $19. And once that one sells, list another one immediately. And then repeat the pattern. All right, you don't want to list one today and then list another one 3 days from now, and you have two of them out in the marketplace and they're both your coin. That's going to diminish the value of the previous coin that you had listed, the one that's going to end the soonest. So sell one, make sure the transaction's done and clean, list another one immediately, wait for 7 days, wait for that one to end, list another one, repeat as necessary till you are absolutely all out of these. Now, here's the cool part. Should I slab any of these coins since they are in brilliant uncirculated condition? That's a great question. And I get that quite a bit. I get anything grading related. We get that particular question quite a bit. And again, 99% of the time, you don't need to grade these coins, especially when it comes to errors and varieties. This particular error would benefit from grading. At the very most, I would send it off to Annex. And the real reason why is that when you grade a rotated die coin, it's easier to flip the slab and clearly see that it's rotated. In addition, the error attribution is going to be on the label, but I wouldn't send it to like NGC or PCGS because it's just way too expensive. You're going to save yourself a lot of money sending it to Annex. Here's the thing. This is a coin that you have had tremendous success selling without grading at all, Tom. So I would probably say if you wanted to keep one example, probably the most extreme rotated die that you have, maybe it's 55 degrees or 60 degrees or even more than that, I would take that coin, grade it out. You will always take the most extreme example and grade that one and possibly keep it for yourself or sell it. Grading this particular error does not guarantee that you will make more money. Let me repeat that again. Grading this type of error will not guarantee that it's going to be worth more money. But the only benefit is you're going to be able to see the rotated die a lot easier in a graded slab rather than putting it in like a 2x2 or using a mirror and things like that. There's a few cool little tricks to photograph rotated die coins. Using the mirror trick is always good. But what Tom had done that I found marvelous is that he put it in a 2x2 and he showed the rotation on the coin. Let's go ahead and take a look at that listing so that way you guys can see it. And this is the coin. This was his coin that ended back on October 4th in the amount of $88, and that's with 16 bits. So there was quite a bit of buyer activity. He added all of the appropriate photographic images on this particular listing. He has a full obverse, a full reverse, and of course the most important, he has those pictures in the 2x2 holder. They're all labeled as such, rotated die error, BU, and then when you flip the coin over, you could plainly see that the coin is rotated. All right, and that's the big reason why you would photograph a coin in a 2x2 cardboard holder, is so that way you could display that effectively. But $88, that's pretty good. And he has a few of them to sell. But yeah, that's how we do our emails. Again, just to kind of recap, when you send your emails, make sure you keep it brief. Keep it to one email. If you have more coins, we could always talk about it from that original email. If you send more emails, we have to trash the others. Don't take it personally. Full obverse, full reverse images. Use your device's zoom in feature to get in close to your coins. Don't flood it with direct light. Always bounce it off a wall or something like that, and they get kind of like that residual glow from the wall onto your coin. And you're not gonna have a coin with a bunch of like hot spots on there. Full obverse, full reverse, any close up relevant items on the coin, do that as well. But that's going to go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and show you the good old email. And there it is. I'll go ahead and move this up a little bit for you. And it's info@livecoinqa.com. Keep in mind, we are still accepting new emails, even though we have been flooded. I want to personally thank each and every single one of you for sending stuff our way. We've been having a lot of fun discussing coins, whether it's damaged or not. You know, we love the just the overall amount of engagement that's been coming into this particular YouTube channel. Yeah, go ahead and subscribe. We are going to be on again this coming Monday. We are also doing giveaways to help support education in the hobby. So we're giving away books, albums, we're giving away tools such as new magnifiers. That's going to be on there as well. If you don't have one, it's going to be your opportunity to try and snag one for yourself. But all in all, that's what I really wanted to talk about today. So go over there to that channel, subscribe, send us your coin images, send us your questions if you have any. But that's going to go ahead and do it. I want to thank each and every single one of you for joining in this video. I'm your host, Sean, with Blue Ridge Silverhound. Don't forget to like, share, or subscribe if you enjoy today's content. Hit the dislike button if you don't, okay? Real simple. But that's it, Coinaholics. We are discovering together. We look forward to seeing you on not only Monday nights, but any future live stream that Blue Ridge Silverhound and the live Coin Q&A channel does for you. In addition, we are going to have a brand new podcast. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's called The Ridge. That's going to be debuting this month in October. You'll be able to see The Ridge on all of the major podcast hosts like Apple and Android. As we are also going to be on iHeartRadio and Locals Only, and you name it. We're going to be all over the place. So I'll let you guys know when that's going to be launched. Should be here sometime in the next week or so. But that's it, guys. That's going to go ahead and do it. We look forward to seeing your emails. You guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you on the next coin video. So long.